I don't know where y'all live at in the world, but this for my California people right here. This is finna get crazy, scary, spooky, and nothing about it is hilarious. This California cost of living crisis and this California gas crisis that they created. Yes, the politicians you voted for literally are on video saying that this problem is a self-inflicted wound. They created the problem. And they stated that they created the problem by pushing electric vehicles too hard and too fast, which we all knew they were doing because they don't even have the infrastructure or the capability to charge everybody's car if we all just went green. We all know California has this green initiative. I myself have been working in the oil field for over 14 years. So I be looking at this type of stuff. So basically, what's going on, two of California's largest refineries, Phillips 66 and Valero, are leaving California. Now, the problem with that is these refineries produce around 20% of all the gas that we use daily. So when they leave, this is going to cause a 20% decrease in the oil supply. What that means for us, gas prices are going to skyrocket. They're estimating between $8 and $10 a gallon. While the rest of the country, gas is floating around $2 to $3, Californians will be paying around $8 to $10. And if you live anywhere near Hollywood, Rodeo, Beverly, and all that, you know they gas be a couple dollars more expensive. Right. So they might be paying around $15 a gallon down there. They whooping feet.
God.
So Phillips 66 plans on
crime
closing.
Rate finna go up.
Oh yeah, crime rate boosting. We finna be in the shiesties for gas.
Valero too. Huh?
So Phillips 66.
Yeah, he said Valero.
Plans on closing down by October this year. Valero plans on closing down by April of next year. So, like I said, the gas supply problem stems from California regulators designing policies to remove gas cars off the road to decrease pollution, aka push their Go Green initiative that they've been talking about for I don't know how long. Talking about, this is good for the environment. We trying to stop the emissions and blah, blah, blah. The problem with that is they have to make up for this 20% oil decrease that we're going to get hit with. So one of the answers to that was to import oil by land and by sea to help the refinery closures and to make up for that 20%. The problem is we don't have the infrastructure to import that much oil. And on top of that,
tariffs as well, no?
They don't regulate the emissions of the ships that's coming in. And for the ships, the size of the ships that you need to ship that amount of oil, the emissions are going to be out of this world. And it's going to affect the whole city. So the whole point of these new regulations was to help clear the environment of the emissions. But if we import oil via ship, that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to ruin the fucking environment with the emissions. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense. And then this whole Go Green shit is all bullshit. They know for a fact we ain't going electric. It's all bullshit. People ain't even buying Teslas like that no more. They sending them back.
All this is bullshit. They're trying to reinvent California. They getting people fuck up out of here. That's all they doing. They've been, gentrification? They've been doing all that. They've been cleaning up everybody's cities, trying to get rid of the projects. They trying to make California a strictly rich state. That's it.
Well, it damn near already. And Gavin Newsom, Gruesome Newsom, he been under fire for the regulations he's been doing. So if you work in oil, which a lot of people who are going to watch this video does work in oil, you know California is the strictest place in the world on oil. This is why oil businesses hate coming out here to work. They don't take contracts out here. They don't set up shop out here because California goes out of their way to make it damn near impossible to drill oil. They got all these regulations. You go to Texas, they hardly have none of that. You go to the Middle East, them niggas don't even be wearing hard hats. Nigga, them niggas be up on the crane in fucking sandals and flip-flops, nigga, in tank tops, flipping blinds and doing all type of shit. So,
and he's trying to, it's crazy because Newsom's trying to blame the oil refineries or the companies like Phillips or Valero. But it's like when you go somewhere else like Nevada, Texas, the prices are cheaper. So how, like, is it how could you blame the companies? Are the companies just being greedy here and not there? Like it doesn't add up.
Nah, it's not the companies, bro.
California is being greedy.
It's them.
Exactly.
It's them because look, they have auditors, right? So one of the state auditors, damn, I wrote her name down. I forget her name. It's the white lady. I'm gonna find it. I wrote her name down somewhere. What they do is they tell the auditors that visit these sites to write more citations. Because you're allotted certain amounts a year, fines and shit like that. But the way that they do it is like, say they checking for emissions. They got this radar gun where if you point it at a tank or you point it at a vessel, you point it at a flange, it'll show the emissions coming out, a certain amount that's allotted. The problem is, it's damn near impossible to stop that. And they know that, which is why they give you so many a year. But when they want to get this shit shut down, they let all the auditors know, hey, up them citations. Basically giving you citations to shut down certain sites. So a lot of these people that work for these companies, y'all know what I'm talking about. A lot of these sites have already been closed. Especially, you remember they brought that law in where you can't have no oil pumping units or nothing that's drilling or pulling oil out the ground so many feet away from homes. But that was like most of Signal Hill. Damn near every pumping unit over there is right by a resident or by a school. So that shut down massive amounts of land where a lot of oil was coming out the ground. And then they running this fossil fuel finesse that they've been running since they introduced fossil fuels. Number one, the earth itself produces oil. It's damn near unlimited. They done had on files where they found rivers of straight oil, lakes of straight oil. Like, we're going to be gone before the oil is gone. But what they had to do was let the world know, or tell the world, convince the world that it's a limited supply. Why? Because anything limited, it's more valuable. If we just tell people oil's unlimited, it's no way we can convince y'all to go to the pump and pay $10 a gallon like dumbasses and this shit is unlimited.
Supply and demand.
So what they told you was, oh, the fossils take millions of years to break down and it's only so much oil.
They had that video. I think the people had found the oil. They were just digging through something. That shit just started busting out everywhere. I forgot what video that was.
It's like with anything we have, any infrastructure we have, they create these artificial shortages. Because without that, how do they really profit off of anything? Like even water, we drink bottled water. Like if you could go and find out, if I go over here and just drink some water, how much money do you think they lose or they're unable to profit off of? So they create these artificial shortages to make money out of thin air, really, for the corporation.
Exactly.
That's a great point.
Like these niggas said, oil is running out. Bro, no, it's not. Not only is it not running out, they found new ways to drill. So we used to only be able to drill straight down. Now they can drill diagonally, horizontal. They can drill vertically. They can drill every which way to hit pockets in different reservoirs of oil. In California, they don't want fracking. So basically fracking is like you pump, let's say like some type of fluid or some type of pressure into a zone to frack it, to crack it, essentially to free up oil that may be trapped there. But they say that that's bad for the environment. So they low-key ban fracking here. But in other countries and other states, they can frack all day and hit all the oil they want. But here you're limited. So you might got this whole 1,000 yards worth of land that has oil in it, but you need to frack it to get the oil out. But it's illegal. So now you can't even touch the zone over there.
Yeah,
so
they did it
because
once you find out, they finna come down there. Yep, we need all this. y'all can't hit this because then people gonna be selling oil on the low and everything else, like any other business that becomes too big. So they want to control it. They need every dollar. That's why they be mad. The same reason that the nigga from Cash App disappeared after he figured out all that. Like, nigga, we ain't got no parts in this, nigga. You got here. Like, anything that's get too big for them and they can't tax you off of it, they gonna come get your ass.
Bro, this is so corrupt. Like the country, if you were a conspiracy theorist and you would actually start to look at some of this stuff that's going on, the amount of corruption is crazy. This is why I said the government is the biggest YNs.
They underlive the man for figuring out how to make a car that ran on water.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hell yeah. What? You ain't finna have them filling up at the water hose at home.
You can pull up any house on the block and fill up.
Niggas fire everybody from VwP.
That nigga came juiced up. Nigga, they said that nigga went to the meet, nigga ate some food, cuz started spazzing. Ran out the shit, poisoned his dumbass. Like, he thought he was finna get broke off.
We got
Nigga, they
$1 billion
chipped his
check.
dumbass. Like, that's crazy. You just see people disappearing for nothing. Like, you tell too much of the truth, you gone. Now you can't even give too much of that, and it's free.
Facts. It's ugly. It's ugly. Because just imagine if that would have passed. There's no way we can get you to pay $10 a gallon for
What
gas.
I need oil for, nigga? Vegetable oil, nigga? Cook? Other than that, they ain't doing nothing.
And
man.
it's so dumb because it's not just gas for cars and buses and trains and planes. Petroleum is damn near in everything. Look up the amount of items that it takes petroleum to create. Bro, petroleum's in damn near everything that we use. Like from your housing to the fucking tires on your car to the streets, the road, damn near everything. You need that refinery. You need those oil fields. You need that.
For California to let them refineries get up out of here is crazy.
And not only is that wild, refinery work, oil field work was one of the last jobs that you could be a felon or just a regular everyday guy who didn't go to college with no degree and still earn over 6 figures. So imagine how many jobs are gone. You know how much bank they was getting at these refineries on the turnaround or something? Especially because a lot of them just got unionized. So a lot of them are now getting union-based wages.
That goes up every.
But do you think they?
Yeah.
Do you think the people that had them jobs, they just gonna go look for new? The company, are they gonna go look for new work wherever they go, or the people just asked out who had those jobs? Or you think they gonna have them move? Like, say if they the refinery just went to Texas, they like, y'all can come out here if y'all want to and keep your job. Or
I think it depends on the company.
Yeah.
You might just be asked out. Whatever you got in your 401k, or if you had a pension, you're gonna have to live off, because it's like, I'm not about to be trying to figure out to get all y'all out here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up some postings. Hey, we finna set up in Texas and whatever. And it's hella oil workers out there. It's hella people that want them jobs out there.
It's only gonna be limited, so many limited positions.
And it's only so many limited spots.
But y'all think they should allow them if you want to get up and move, that's on you. You'll still have a job. But other than that, we out of here.
But
like you said, if
that's
it's union work,
because
if it's union work, they shouldn't have to be able to lose their job, right? Just off of changing location.
Well, I think it's different because I know, like, for instance, in an electrician union, there's so many people waiting in the hall to get called. So like once you make it into the union, you're waiting to get a call to go and work. So it could be, I don't know how it works in oil, but it could be 1,000 motherfuckers waiting to get called for work. So then you add another 1,000 on, another 2,000 on. Niggas might be waiting for 4 or 5 years to get some work.
You definitely be waiting, because I remember when I went to the Boilermaker still, and I used to call them every day, and they'd just be like, "Yeah, just call us back next week."
Yeah,
call us
yeah.
back
If you don't
next
know
week.
nobody, it's a wrap. But I different unions got different
type of rules,
ways of operating. Like if you're a longshoreman and you don't have your hours up or no seniority, then yeah, you gotta wait at the hall until your number or the last name, the letter get called. I think it's a number though. Like with your card. Then you gotta go every day and literally sit and hope
they call
the
you.
ones with the seniority don't want the work. And what happened is a lot of these damn ports are automated now. So half of the jobs that the guys with the seniority didn't want, the grunt work, they're taking it now because they lost positions due to automation. You go down to the port, nigga, the only human in some of these yards is the guards. You go in there, everything else is automated.
And it's so crazy because it's like the superpowers, which, you know, America, Russia, China, it's like you have to compete with China. You have to compete with Russia. China's fully automated everything.
Fully.
So it's like, America, how do you not automate your shit? It's almost like, do we keep working at a slower pace or you know, with humans, or do we automate it? Like, you almost have to automate it because your competition is doing the same thing.
What are we competing for?
Which push people out of jobs.
Well, this is why Trump is having a tariff war, because all of the stuff that we're importing, he wants most of that built here.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have the companies here and building that here, all of them jobs and shit that's getting outsourced would be jobs here.
And they fucked off, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
what are they competing for? Transporting the oil and stuff, or just what?
I mean, it's just like
it's like when niggas said we went to the moon. Who can do it faster, better?
Yeah.
That's crazy work. If we
you're
imaginary competition with them niggas is wild.
I didn't even really matter. It's like
they fucking
business
if we win in competition with the AI shit, because them niggas way ahead of us.
Nah, because like let's say you a person, right? And you're unloading the trucks, right? You're unloading the shipments that come in. You can only physically do so many. Then you got to get breaks. You got to lunch. And then I got to worry about you getting hurt. You know, I got to pay you. AI ain't getting hurt. Automation ain't getting hurt, and automation don't stop. I can run automation around the clock, 24/7. So whatever you could do in a day, I can do quadruple with the AI. So my profit is
like on the front end, you might spend more money for the technology, but through the course of the job or whatever it is, you're going to eventually
long term, you're going to make more money.
You're going to save more money because exactly you have less things to factor in.
This is why on the episode me and bro was in here shooting earlier, we told y'all, look for AI-proof skills. Truck drivers not even safe. Nigga, they got self-driving trucks. It's only a matter of time before the entire road is self-driving trucks, nigga.
Yeah.
It's gonna start with one company, and then every company gonna see that and go, nigga, I can eliminate how much on the payroll?
Mhm.
And that's why when you see like the like when I told y'all that story, I drove up on a car that was driving by itself. I feel like right now what they're doing with them is just test runs. Because then it's gonna be to a point where Uber is just gonna be empty cars.
Autonomous vehicle.
Yeah, but they're gonna start cutting the people off that's doing it. Because look at all these Uber accidents with people killing people, and you getting into it with Uber drivers and stuff like that. It's gonna be to a point just jumping in an empty car. But they probably right now, like you said, the lab rat thing is just seeing how much and how long it's gonna be profitable and useful. But I think it's like, what is the motherfucker driving to the gas station by themselves? Probably just go right back to the damn to the company.
It is no way I'm getting in no car that's driving itself and just hopping in the back like it's cool. LeBron has seen too many Final Destinations. I'm good, nigga. I watched The Terminator. I watched Minority Report. I watched Artificial Intelligence.
That motherfucker be talking.
Good,
also,
nigga.
just like damn, like I want to drive my own car. I want to have human interaction. I want to be able to do things that we do. Like, I don't think we also factor in how much shit is going to change for human beings when those things are eliminated. Like when I can't just go to the liquor store and talk to somebody. Yeah, like it's I just seen a fully automated McDonald's. There's nobody working there.
That is crazy.
Nothing. You go in, you get your food. It's nobody there. It's like, how is this gonna work? Like things might move at a faster scale and be more efficient, but what does it do to the human mind?